Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video on the channel. As always, it is your boy Rogue Shinobi. Welcome to the crew, Motorfest, Meme Fest, Cringe Fest, Carnage Fest, Chaos Fest, whatever the freak you like to call it. Here we are on a grand race. We're starting at 19th place with the Alpha GP. I think it swaps over to Street Tier 2 vehicles and then to hypercars. So we're starting off with the RB13 here. We have a little bit of contact with the RB13 in front of us, but nothing too crazy. No cars getting sent to the Twilight Zone or anything like that. Just a couple bumps here and there. Nothing too crazy. We go on a little bit of the inside. This guy almost dies. Just riding, wall riding that barricade right there. Now we're just getting bumped side by side. It's just carnage is about to begin. Carnage is about to begin right here. This guy was just completely slowed down, and I slowed down because of him, and I get sent out of bounds. That's beautiful. I get sent off track. I had to respawn. This guy just... Both of these guys right here, both of the Red Bull vehicles, and then one guy was just, I don't know what happened. The other guy just got sent to the Twilight Zone. I guess that's why he was facing the wrong way. So here we are with a little bit of a fast forward. We pass this X-Bow. The X-Bow just gets himself killed. I guess he was trying to take the shortcut. I get completely demolished, and here we are swapping to Street Tier 2. I had to go ahead and do a little zoom in right there because all these suckers was just dead. All of them suckers trying to hit that specific checkpoint, they all just died. I don't know what happened there. So we pass the Viper. I think that's a Viper. Is that a Viper? Dodge Viper? I keep on forgetting. I don't know. This whole game was just hectic. This guy, this Mustang right here, on the other hand, that's a perfect example of what being sent to the Twilight Zone looks like. That sucker just got flipped back and forth, upside down, all the way around. Pause. And here we are with a little bit of competition with the Viper. Again, he's back. I don't know how he got back, but I guess he's back. The Challenger takes the Hellcat, just takes the ramp for some reason. I guess thank you for giving me 4th place. I guess. I mean, if you wanted to take you should have just taken the other route. You know, you would have been in front of me still. But here we are with Mr. Mellow Yellow. All right, Mr. Yellow. I can't even say it right. Mr. Mellow Yellow right here. So what I'm gonna try to do is go ahead and cut in on the inside. He bumps me a little bit, nothing too crazy. I'm just thinking like, hey, it's just race contact, whatever, just whatever. So then I try to go on the inside again, goes into a wheel spin, bumps me again. So now I'm starting to be a little bit suspicious. And now right here, I just know he's just full out, just intentionally trying to hit me to keep himself in front of me. So I go ahead and go on the inside. I go a little bit wide, just cut him off. I drive through. I can hear this man like holding down the X button to just waste all his boost. But then he goes off track. He goes off track, and now he's screwed. So you're never gonna get your 3rd place position again. Thank you, sir. So yeah, right now we just chilling. I don't know what it is with the F40. I really like this car. Alongside the Berlinetta, the F12 Berlinetta, and the Lamborghini Huracan. Those are my top 3 choices when it comes to grand races on like Street Tier 2. Or the Street Tier 2 category. And here we are swapping to hypercars with the Koenigsegg Agera. This car right here is hands down my favorite vehicle in the entire game. Not my favorite vehicle ever. My favorite vehicle ever is the R34 Skyline. That's always been my go-to vehicle. It'll always be my go-to vehicle. But this car right here, whenever we swap to hypercar vehicles, it doesn't matter what part of the race the hypercar section is in. It doesn't matter if it's the first part, the second, or the third. This vehicle specifically will always cook. It will always cook. It doesn't matter. If you start with a Koenigsegg Agera at the beginning of the race, 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to get first. This Jesco just completely went off track and just gave me 2nd place for free. And here we are trying to catch up with the boy Scope Master 9-9. So here we are with 90% left, or 90% on this race, 10% left to go. We go up this ramp. This guy just flips over. I don't know how you lost control right there. I don't know why. Just drive better, I guess. I don't freaking know. But here we are. Another person has given us another position. Just gift wrap with a little bow on top, things like that. And yeah, just a little victory run right here. 3% left to go in this race. And I'm just like, hey, I'm trying to get this race over with. I'm not going to sell. I'm not finna sell. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I didn't sell. I almost lost control of the car at the end of the race there. I went into a little bit of a wheel spin. But by the time I was losing control, I already got first, so I wasn't really worried about it. Here we are on the 2nd race, though. I think it's the same layout. This guy just forgot to hit the throttle one time, and now everyone's just bumping each other at the beginning of the race. Because why not? That's how Alpha GP races start. Luckily, we didn't get into any races where the first turn is like a sharp 90-degree turn, because if that was the case, half of these suckers would have been dead. That's just me, though. That's just me though. This guy just spun out, resets his car. I don't know. It's just when it always comes to Alpha GP races. You know what I'm saying? You know, hypercars. they start a little bit hectic, but Alpha GP, it's just pure madness. Just pure madness. I don't know what else to tell you. And look at this goofy right here. What happened? How did you... What happened there? There was another RB13 vehicle that I almost like smacked as well, but luckily I was able to get away from him in the nick of time. Luckily, this guy hits me with a brake check. I don't know why. I didn't know if he was trying to hit the brakes early just to prepare for this turn right here. But buddy, you are on a formula car. These cars can brake really fast. They slow down really fast. You ever heard of like aerodynamics and things like that, especially with formula cars? I don't know. I thought it was accidental, but now that I'm like voicing over this clip, I'm like, I think it might be intentional. I don't really know. But here we are entering the tunnel. I'm just trying to gain as much speed as I possibly can. I'm already near max speed. I think the max speed on the RB13 is around 416 if you're like holding down the boost, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm just trying to save up all this boost for the zigzag that's ahead of this tunnel and just later on in the race as well. So we cooking right now. We're almost about to swap to our next category. I think it's Street Tier 2 in the next sector. If not, it's Hypercar. It might be later on in this video where it starts or switches to Hypercar, the second sector. I forgot. So here we are swapping to the F12 Berlinetta. But the problem is, the car didn't spawn in on time. So I didn't know where the car was. And boom, by the time the car spawned, my reaction time, it wasn't fast enough. You know, I wasn't expecting the car to just completely slam against the barricade, but that's exactly what it did. It completely slammed against the barricade, and I lost my precious first place, my precious pole position. But no need to fear. The guy in front of me has a Corvette. Now, if this guy had a racing Corvette, I'd be kind of scared because that car is insane. So here we are catching up with a little bit of a fast forward. We are catching up to Brody right here because I ain't finna let him slide. He thought I was going to go wide. Psych, I go in on the inside, take back first place. And it's just really a matter of who's going to sell. I know it ain't going to be me. Well, I kind of did right here on this section of the clip right here, where I kind of go a little bit wide, hit the barricade. Nothing too crazy. I take first place back. He bumps me against the barricade as well. I try to go in on the inside. He cuts me off, pushes me off track. I push him to the barricade. I take back first place. And here we are just fighting back and forth. I drive through these rocks. I thought he was going to pass me, but I guess he didn't. I don't know how, because if you hit those rocks, bro, you will slow down a lot. And I'm not even, like, it's a lot. But here we are, first place, driving in on the inside just to make sure that he doesn't, you know, try to cut in through the inside and pass me. Takes a little bit of lead, pushes me off a little bit to the right, nothing too crazy. But here's where the fun begins. I really thought I was going to hit that barricade as well as soon as I swapped cars. But thank God I didn't, because if I did, I would have lost this race. So here we are. I'm in the Koenig Segagera. He pushes me off to the side. I already know this guy's trying to play dirty because he's been playing dirty throughout the entire duration of the race. At this point, I'm just like not surprised by how he's driving. I don't know why he hit the brakes there, but I just completely overtake him. And now I'm back in first. Alright, so going back to what I said earlier, it's pretty much about who's going to sell first and who's going to sell. Pretty much who's going to sell. Not even who's going to sell first, but just in general. Who's going to sell. I hit the barricade a little bit. He's starting to catch up just a teeny tiny bit, but then again, I'm not really worried about it because I know how to recover. You know, I'm still kind of getting used to the physics of this game. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh, the best driver in the world, because obviously I'm not really the best driver in this game. Absolutely not. But I'm still trying to get used to the physics of this game. And the good thing is I've been using the Koenig Segagera for a while, ever since I had the car in the crew too. And I've just been cooking with that car ever since. So the tunnel, I absolutely kill it in the tunnel. I drive dang near perfectly on this sector of the track, and then we just take first place. We just grab the bull by the horns. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to throw a little bit of the laughing emoji because I knew he was trying to play dirty. There's no way that you've seen that whole thing. There's no way you see that whole clip and just think, oh no, he playing clean. Heck no, boy. Had to drop another laughing emoji in front of him, and I'm just chilling right here. I'm just chilling, waiting for the other people to drive on by. And what happened here? What just happened there? I thought that they like missed the checkpoint completely and that they were gonna have to go ahead and respawn, but I guess they didn't. So now with this race, which is the final race of today's video, instead of it being Street Tier 2 swapping to Hypercar, or Alpha GP to Street Tier 2 to Hypercar, it's Alpha to Hypercar and then to Street Tier 2. I think I got it right. I don't know. I swapped up the last vehicle for Street Tier 2. At first, I think I was running the F40, then the F12 Berlinetta, and now for the last race, I'm running the Lamborghini Huracan. My top 3 vehicles when it comes to Street Tier 2, the Street Tier 2 category, those are my 2-go vehicles in this game. I used the i8 at one point, but I'm just like, yeah, this car is just, it handles well, but it's just too slow. I don't know what it is. And here we go. I lost control, and now everyone's losing control. What is happening? Oh, sucker almost flipped. I really thought, I don't even know how he got in front of me. The car that's right in front of me was the one guy that literally just, his car just flipped. Or almost flipped. I don't know how he didn't get sent flying into the atmosphere. I don't know how. But here we are. We're in second place right now. We're in top 3. I don't know how we even got here to begin with. I'm surprised that I didn't get, get myself sent to the Twilight Zone just because of how chaotic those first couple turns were. We're already at 10% in the race, and we take first place, but we're kind of in the back and forth right now. We're kind of a little bit back and forth, and now we have it. We have first place, that beautiful pole position in the palm of our hand. And look, now our job from now on is to not sell this pole position, which I will most likely do, considering the fact that as soon as I hit first, I think, man, I'm gonna take this dub. I don't know, but then it doesn't happen. I completely sell, so I don't know. I cut a little bit short. I cut like a little shortcut right there, and I gained a little bit more distance from second place. I don't know where anyone else is from third all the way to dead last 28th. I don't know what happened to all the other drivers, all the other racers. But now it's just really between me and this guy right here. Me and Deathless_James. Didn't, what's that one guy's name? James Potter, didn't he get, like, smacked in the Harry Potter movie? So James wouldn't technically be deathless. What is deathless? Wouldn't that just be immortal? You can't be immortal. It's like, you human being. Let me stop. So here we are, fast forwarding to the second phase with the Koenigsegg Agera. And at first I was like, hey, I'm just going to keep first place. And now in the second sector with the hypercar, I'm just like, yeah, I'm going for a complete overkill right here. As you can see, there's no one nearby. So now I'm just thinking, how much distance can I create between myself and everyone else in the race? That was pretty much my go-to move. I have a little bit of contact there with the barrier, I go off track. I have to drive through these rocks, but then again, everyone else is just completely just nowhere to be found. Now is when people are starting to pop up on the little mini map on the side. But other than that, as soon as we hit a straight away, it's gone. Like, everyone's just gone. I don't know why. Well, I kind of do know why. It's just the Koenigsegg Agera is just an absolute beast of a vehicle. I don't know why people don't use this car. I really don't. When it comes to the Koenigsegg Agera, I don't know if I said this earlier in the video because I'm kind of like doing a voiceover. So I kind of, pretty much kind of forget what I'm saying sometimes. But when it comes to the Koenigsegg Agera, this vehicle is a menace. That's literally what it is. It's a menace. There's nobody nearby. Just look at that. Nobody is nearby. That's how much of a beast the Koenigsegg Agera really is. If you want to get a really good hypercar, if you want to drive, like, you want to get top 5 finishes, like 90% of the time, first place finishes, get a Koenigsegg Agera. If there's a hypercar section in your race, pick the Koenigsegg Agera. I promise you, it'll do you wonders. So now we are in the Huracan, and now it's just like, yo, I won this race. I'm still gonna try to drive as clean as possible, obviously, because I don't want to get sloppy and just completely drive off track and then respawn like 1,000 times and have everyone else in the race, pass me by. I'm obviously gonna keep on driving as clean as possible. But the same thing that I said when I was in the Agera, I'm like, hey, how much distance can I make from myself from everyone else? All right, and now on to the scariest part of the race. This ramp right here, I low-key thought that I was gonna lose control and like spin out, but luckily I was able to recover. Luckily, like a little bit more to the left or a little bit more to the right, and I probably would have died. I probably would have had to respawn, but then again, I don't think that anyone else would have caught up in time. So here we are, 96%, 4% left to go in this race, in the final section of this grand race. And this game is pretty much a wrap. This race is pretty much wraps. And I get there right under, I think, the 7-minute 20-second mark, if I'm not mistaken. It was really close. I wasn't really trying to like beat the race in a specific time. I'm just trying to at first survive the race, you know, and then near the end see like if I can, you know, see if I could get first place, and then just try to get to the finish line in a specific time. So I got there pretty much, I think it might have been like 10 seconds. I might have been like 10 seconds ahead of second. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't. Look at this Huracan trying to size me up, buddy. I had to just drop the laughing emoji right there because I beat you and everyone else by like a lot. It wasn't even fair. It really wasn't even fair. I guarantee it was like 10-second plus gap between myself and second place. 14 seconds. When I saw the end of this thing, bro, like I was like, how the freak did I get a 14-second gap? 14-second gap between myself and second place. I don't know. But listen, that's gonna be it for today's video on the Crew Motorfest. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see more of the Crew Motorfest, make sure y'all go ahead and shinobi slash the like and sub buttons. And yeah, with that being said, I'll be seeing you on the next one. Peace, my duds. Hope y'all's enjoyed.